How you doing, folks? Here we are, episode 119 of our Abomination Vaults campaign, Pathfinder 2e. We're going to pick up where we left off, and it's an exciting moment. Belcor is within your clutches, companions. And first, we're going to do some introductions, and then we're going to get into a little bit of backstory of what happened tonight, and then we'll pick up our play. So let's introduce the players tonight. We've got Rachel, who's missed quite a few episodes, but she's back tonight. Go ahead, Rachel. Introduce yourself, your character, expectations for the evening, if any.
Yes, I am back. So I play Althea Binley. She is a gnome cleric. Hopefully going to be very handy in this session tonight. I don't know. I don't really have any expectations. A lot of it is just trying to catch up from what I've missed because in real life I've been busy. I've got a cutoff time today, but I really hope I can squeeze as much fun as possible into it. I hope I don't let anybody down, and I'm excited to see what there is unfolding. We've kind of got a partial puzzle figured out. Just gotta finish it up. Gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, that's right.
And we'll do it as a team.
We'll soft shoe on the side, a few jokes. See what happens. And then we got Ted. Ted returning once again as Cadwin the Cleric. Dwarven Cleric. What's going on, Cadwin?
What's going on, folks? This is Ted once more, bringing Father Cadwin of Clan Sunforge back to the field. Ready to drop the hammer and bring the heals when he can. We've got Valcor on our heels, we think, we hope, we pray. Hoping to finish it off or give it all we got trying. We're going to have some fun tonight and glad Althea is back to help out.
Excellent. Excellent, Ted. Glad to have you once again. And then we got Jesse playing Baleful and Chapt.
Hey guys, tonight I have both my characters here, so hopefully they don't both die. But I have Chapt, my sorcerer of everything that is hot and fiery. And I have Baleful, which is everything to do with his axe and cutting Belcor down to the ground. He can't wait.
Excellent. Good. Glad to have you back too, Jesse. It's been a while.
Yep, 2 weeks.
Then we have Kyle. How you doing, Kyle? What's going on, man?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing? I play Arthurian, otherwise known as Burgunder. He's one of the old veterans next to Althea and Baleful and Chapt. Yeah, we're going to get to see what's going on here. It might reveal a little bit more about Arthurian, why he's so hard-pressed to finish Belcor. We've got her on the ropes, boys and ladies. Now we got to close in, and Althea's never let me down. Rachel's never let me down yet, so let's give it a go and see what happens.
Excellent. Time to seal the deal. All right, so that's our players for the night. Pretty much the original 3. Ted is the newer one. He's been playing quite a while with this, though. Let's do a little catching up from the last episode. Kyle, go for it. Get yourself an extra hero point tonight.
Yes, sir. Well, we kind of picked up kind of right where we left off. We had just rested. We had heard a very loud kind of earthquake type scenario. We decided to go back in, and instead of going into the chamber where we fought the little frog guy, we decided we were going to go to the left, to the west, and see what was there. We opened the door. Upon opening the door and stepping inside, we were greeted with a cackle of a very familiar, well, she's not a young lady, she's an old crone now. And Belcor came out to say hi to us. We were not interested in saying hello, though. We were kind of lacking in the manner department. We've lost a lot of friends and such on the way, and we were kind of grieving there. So we decided we were going to get right to the action. Fell back out of that room because we got will-o-wisps and Belcora throwing stuff at us. Belcora pursued us into this chamber where we're at now. Pretty vicious little melee happened. Will-o-the-wisp, Belcora. At one point, me and Jess were flying around planting shards in Belcora, which seemed to hurt her quite a lot. And then eventually she kind of ran for the hills, kind of fell back, kind of faded away. We assume she's regrouping behind those doors. We're about to find out for sure.
Right. And on the heels of a devastating spell by Cadwin, flames, fire surrounded, engulfed this Belcora apparition. She screamed in pain after being hit with these shards from Baleful, Grunder previously. Now she's looking a little bit desperate. She turns to the west. And pushes her way through the stone wall with ease, as a ghost does, making good her escape, seemingly. Some seconds go by, enough to take us out of encounter mode initiative. But at this stage, Sheppy, you're here in the background, but Althea, you are definitely here, and the Baleful and the rest of you are here. You've taken pause. Now some decisions are to be made. You know where she went. By the way, I forget what it was, some kind of troll you summoned, Jesse. That creature has now faded away from view.
Gotcha.
You missed that part, Rachel. That was pretty fun.
Summoned a giant.
Something. I forget what it was. We randomly determined what it was.
Oh.
A giant something.
We'll say he was a flame troll.
Something like that. Yeah, I think it was a troll. Giant troll. It was garbage.
Yeah, he couldn't hit nothing. He got a
He's reaching up at her. She was flying 20-some feet up in the air, so it was a tough reach. But good tactic. So what do you guys do now? You're gathered around, catching your breath.
Tend to the wounded. It's time to pursue. We need to finish this now.
How's Val
I would. Get her.
on hit points? Yeah, he needs some.
Yeah, badly injured, and so is Sheppy. Yeah, so Arthurian will kind of bark those orders out and kind of head over to stand by the door.
How about you, Baleful?
Yeah, I need some healing.
All right, so you're going to wait.
Yep.
That falls upon Althea. Say she hops across that little waterway. And Cadwin, what do you guys do?
Cadwin will start the healing on Baleful.
I'll move over next to him.
All right, do your healing stuff. It's going to take time. We're out of encounter mode, so 10 minutes.
Jesse, are you playing both Baleful and Sheppy tonight?
One's in shadow mode.
Yeah.
Which one?
One's
Sheppy's in shadow.
Okay.
okay. So I'm like, oh yeah, all right. Oh, good then.
We'll do two wounds, shorts, and a grand total of 37 health back to Baleful.
Thank you.
Was this a spell?
No,
Treatment.
All right.
treat wounds.
10 minutes then.
Yep.
Okay, so 10 minutes is going to be going by while this is going on. What are you doing, Althea?
She's just gonna kind of catch up with her little tiny feet. You might as well move her a little closer.
Okay. 10 minutes goes by. Vergrunder, you're at the door, listening. You can hear chanting from the other side echoing through this chamber. Sounds like her.
Aye, she's shouting. The bitch is shouting. And Althea, I think you're the only one that's right behind me. You would see Arthurian kind of pull off a necklace from around his neck and wrap it around the handle of his warhammer. And then he's gonna look up to you. Are you ready, lassie?
I can't say I've ever been quite ready for this, but here we are. We must do what must be done for the greater good.
Yeah, and then he'll kind of reach over and kind of give her like a little gentle hug. Just keep behind me, lassie. And don't smile when we all survive. Because you're buying the ale, lassie.
I guess it's the least I could do for all that you've done. We'll be sitting back in the tavern in no time.
Yeah, but Arthurian's expression is grim and determined. He's not his normal cheery, upbeat self. Are we ready, lads and ladies?
Baleful goes to the door and opens it and goes in.
Yep.
You know
I'll be
I'm
right
ready.
there with him.
Okay. What you can see is what you can see. I don't know if you... Well, Rachel wasn't here. Let me read that. This strangely shaped chamber is humid and oppressively clammy, Althea. The room's 4 wings each contain a massive pool of bubbling swamp water, some of which you might be able to see. Flickering motes of light and darkness play underneath the surface of these pools. You can see them crackle and reach up like fingers. The chamber's center is partially blocked by what looks like a circle of towering black standing stones, which crackle with eerie energy that shoots up into a shaft in the ceiling. 7 narrow channels, as though dug into the stone by a 7-fingered hand, run from each pool, and 3 of the walls to a moat in the center of the room. From there, the water flows under the wall to the east where you stand, between a pair of black stone double doors. An island in the moat holds a smooth altar, topped with a black lens the size of a fist. Just on the other side of this altar, hovering 10 feet above the ground, you see her. You see Belcora, and she, being transparent as she is, you can still make her out, and she looks like she's in some type of ritual, staring at this altar. And you can see the fingers of crackling energy coming up from the altar and transferring to her like she's gaining some power back. You feel desperate. Desperation, Althea. Time is short. You must strike. Everybody's in initiative. Roll your perceptions. Vagrunder, having pushed the door open, you also see her in the distance with your dark vision. You can see the vile creature, the abomination. What do you do?
And it looks like this energy is coming from the altar, right?
Yes.
And then I'm gonna make a run for it. Game's paused. There we go. That's 2. Yeah. So basically what I'm trying to do is get to the altar to interrupt stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, so yes, I'm gonna take 2 moves there, and realizing that he can't get there precisely in time, he's gonna start yelling profanities to distract Belcora.
Okay. You do
Oi, lassie, is that all you got? I expected more, you bone nuggin.
And as you say these words, you see her head unnaturally crack and turn towards you, and her eyes lock with yours. But her eyes, of course, are pupilless, and all you see is these white spaces in her face. You do have a third action I'll give you if you want to take it.
Yeah, and once I have her attention, I'm going to step into cover. Because now I have pissed this woman off.
Alright, let's go to that next character, which is Althea.
Oh boy. I'm gonna just delay. Give myself more time to reacquaint myself with my character.
Alright, let me take you out here. Tell me when you want to come back in. Alright, we're gonna go to suddenly behind you, Vagrunder. You see once again a skull just appear that's hovering at eye level with you. It's these will-o'-the-wisps once again. They were hiding. It's made itself visible and is now glowing, and its little spaghetti noodle arms reach from its skull, beginning to touch you. They want to touch you, Vagrunder. You were surprised by this attack. It's going to try and touch you. You know what? Let's make this all public. Let's make the rolls public. Especially now, since it got a critical hit with a 37.
7 is not critical. My armor class is 28.
28. So it'd need a 38 to get a critical success. It rolled a natural 20, which will make it a critical success. And its damage will be critical. You're going to take 58 points of void damage as these little noodles wrap around your ear and your neck. Ah! You feel drained. But it's void damage. And then it suddenly disappears. Althea. The horror from this chamber is nothing, as right next to you, suddenly you see one of these will-o'-the-wisps appear likewise. Reaching towards you, you see these tendrils glowing, reaching to touch you. It's going to make its attack. It gets a 32.
Normal hit.
Normal hit. This is void damage. 18 points of void damage on Althea. The little tendrils reach continuously towards you with a 19. That's a miss. All right. We're going to go to Cadwin.
What to do. First thing we gotta do to get in there. Shadowing is.
Actually, do you mind if I go in now?
Go for it.
Alright, I'll slip in. We think this is final battle, right? Use the good spells.
Yeah, use them all.
Althea takes a step towards Cadwin, and she lays her hand upon his armor, avoiding the beard, of course. And she casts positive attunement.
By the way, Vugrunder, you were drained 1. I gave it to you from that critical attack.
Okay.
Alright, so in short, at the end of both of our turns, Cadwin will roll a d8 and heal back that much. That is my turn. Yeah, I just took a step. Wished Cadwin well. Says, you know what must be done. We are here to support.
Did you make the roll?
There isn't a roll necessary. I guess technically they're healed up. They're unharmed. Otherwise it would have been 1. And that's what I've got.
Alright. Make a will save, Althea. As the flickering of this skull that you've backed away from just attacked you is quite frightening. 29 will keep you safe. You're good. Alright, we're gonna go to Cadwin.
Alright, thank you, lass. In return, Cadwin will actually cast Sanctuary upon Althea. Before he heads into battle.
Alright.
Sanctuary. You ward a creature with protective energy that deters attacks. Creatures attempting to attack the target must attempt a will save each time. If the target uses a hostile action, the spell ends. Okay, make a note of that and remind me. If I attack Althea again, will save.
Which means she can still cast spells unless they're hostile. So she can do healing, she can do buffing, unless it's hostile action against the enemy.
So let's go to... You got one more action.
I moved.
Your voice is fading in and out, Ted. Sometimes I could barely hear you.
Gotcha. So yeah, I did the spell and I moved, so my turn's done.
All right, gonna go to Baleful. You muted, Jesse? You're up.
I'm sorry. I had a phone call. What was up?
You're up.
Okay. I'm going to take a 5-foot step and give it a power attack.
Okay.
That's a hit. Normal.
Die.
Gonna take 30 points of slashing damage.
And that's it. Done. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, power attack is 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You're done. All right, she's up next. She begins to rise above the ground, flying. So she's about 25 feet in the air now. Oops, don't want to move there. And you can see where she has moved towards the north part of the room. She's kind of hovering 25 feet above one of the pools of green energy. And she's staring at you, Cadwin. She's staring at you, Vagrunder, with empty eyes. Also, I need Baleful to make a will save. The flickering of that skull, it's unsettling. The DC is 25, so you should be able to handle this. See if you become frightened. Ooh.
26.
Just passed. So you know, anytime you end your turn within the glow radius, you're going to have to make this will save. Because it's so scary. But you guys are like, that's nothing. And she begins to cackle loudly, hideously at the dwarves. That ends her turn. We're going to go to round 2. For Grunder, you're up.
Yeah, seeing Baleful engage this will-o'-the-wisp, I'm actually going to sudden charge back over there to hammer this creature. So we'll move up there. It'll be off guard, I think.
Yes.
All right, we'll get to give it a go. That is a hit. It's going to be 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And we're going to see if we can do that again. And we can. For a whopping 12. We're chipping away at him, Jess.
We are.
And that's all I got.
Okay. Give me a number between 1 and 6, Jesse.
6.
Okay, it's attacking you, Jesse, with its little wispy arms. Attempting to touch you with a 33, that's a hit. "26 points of void damage on Baleful. Does it again. Gets a 32. Crit.
Crit.
Yes, I got a natural 20.
Oh, okay.
44 points of void damage, Baleful. Grinder, make a will save before I forget. DC 25. It's going to attack Baleful a third time.
34.
Okay, you're good. Where's my attack roll? Do it again. Nope, not this time. With a 10, it fails. Cadwin. Right before you, as you hear the ruckus going outside the room, and you see Belcora hovering, another one of these glowing skulls appears right next to you, kind of startling you. These little tendrils reach to you. 23 is going to be a miss. 11 is going to, 23 again. It's going to be a miss. All right, Althea, you're next.
I will do a 3-action heal. Alright, you all gain 16.
All right,
There it is.
do you have the positive trait on that?
It is, but
This is vitality. That's critical. Vitality, manipulate, healing, divine. Negative healing. Okay.
don't worry about it because it doesn't hit them anyways.
Why?
Because of my feat. I specifically selected allies only. Plus, Althea can't really see anybody to target anybody, so she would not knowingly
You can see
know
those
any
will-o-wisps.
other creatures. She can, but she also knows that they're immune to magic. She's faced them enough times.
So regardless of that, your ability allows you to pick allies and ignore the enemies.
It's called selective energy. Here it is.
Okay.
I call down the divine power, and when I cast heal in an area, I can designate up to 5 creatures, and they're not targeted.
All right, so you didn't target them. Just so you know, you could have actually damaged them. Because they
But
do
aren't they
actually
immune to magic?
They're immune to magic, but they also have negative healing, which means they are affected by positive energy, vitality damage. So they would be affected by it.
Alright, well, character knowledge.
Character knowledge. It's okay. It's okay. At least that's the way I'm reading it. They do have negative healing. Creature with void healing. Creature with void healing draws health from void energy rather than vitality energy. Okay. If it is damaged by vitality damage and is not healed by vitality healing, which it isn't, it does not take void damage, and it is healed by void effects that heal undead. So we could probably argue about whether or not that would be the case here, whether they would be affected, taking into account they're immune to all magic, but that's the way I looked at it. So anyway, we'll move on from that. Althea, you're done?
Yes, I am.
Okay, we're going to go to Catamon.
And I'm glad that's the way you were looking at it, because
Yeah.
I was looking at it the same way.
We'll go with that.
because Catamon's action was to do the same thing, a three round heal,
Okay, go for it.
and but he doesn't get to choose, so everybody in 30 feet of him gets hit by this.
Okay, go for it. At least that's the way I'm looking at it tonight, so.
$25 positive energy to those who need it and those who don't want it.
So they also have a weakness value of 10 to vitality damage. So that's going to be 35 points of damage. Enough to destroy this one, whose light fades. This one takes 35. So, well done. And we're going to go to Baleful. You're up. Looking bad. Well, not really. 76 hit points.
Just looks bad.
Yeah.
He's going to move into a flanking position if he can with one move. If not, he'll just stop there. I think I can go diagonal one. There we go.
There you go.
And I will catch it off guard.
Okay, let me switch it. Where's off guard?
This one, I'm going to attempt to knock it out of the air with a knockdown.
Okay.
That'll hit. It's gonna take
It's a crit.
18 points.
Double it. 36.
Yep, 36.
Should be a crit. Its armor class is 29 when it's out. Off guard.
It's weird, I had it targeted, but it didn't show crit or hit.
Alright.
He's not marked off guard yet. That's why.
He should be. He should be. Maybe he's not. Yeah, he is. It's off
Oh,
guard.
okay.
He's got 29 armor class. 29 armor class. With the 39, that's crit.
So
Alright.
36, and then we do the athletics, I believe, Jess?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
versus his DC.
Ew, that's kind of shitty. You want to re-roll that?
Yep.
$37.
That's success. So,
He's on the ground, basically.
well, he's prone. That's the effect. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's laying there on the ground. It would look funny. It's a floating skull. It's off balance.
He's fully. Yep.
Let's see, which one is that? This is immune to it. She's not. Alright, you done? That goes to Belcora. She's next. Nope, I don't want to do that. Where's your distance? That's what I want to do. She hovers towards you, Baleful and Cadwin. Takes an action. Where is this thing? All right, and she begins to whisper, raising her voice occasionally, so it echoes through the chamber. And Cadwin, give me a number between 1 and 6, Ted.
4.
It's going to be on you. What is Cadwin's greatest fear? If there was a creature that existed on Galarian, what would that creature be that strikes horrifying fear?
Good question. Don't know. Intellect Devourer.
All around the floor, under your very feet, you see Belcora. She's rushing towards you, flying above the air, and you see her whispers, and her eyes are focused upon you. If she had pupils, they would be eyes. But your attention is gathered below you, and you briefly look down to the ground, and you see this shadow coming up between the stones, and it's like fingers, hundreds of fingers just stretching upward and towards your knees and your thigh and reaching towards your face. And it begins to envelop you to the left and the right and behind you. It's all around you. It surrounds you. Whatever this unknown is, it's consuming you. You need to make a will save, Mr. Cleric. DC is going to be a 33. Success. The target takes...
Critical success.
Damn it. Critical success. The target is unaffected. Damn you. That's what she says. Damn you. Damn you. All right. She's done. Phantasmal kill. All right, next is going to be round 3. We're going to go to Vigrunder.
Yeah, seeing Belcora's kind of presence be known, he doesn't have anything to engage her at range, so he's gonna kind of step in there, look to Caitlin. Give her the shard, lad. I'll take over the fight with this thing. He's gonna swing the hammer at this creature. See what we can do here. That's a critical hit.
Good job.
We're about to bring the smack down now, boys and ladies.
Not with that roll.
Yeah, not with that one. We ain't. Hell with that garbage. Yeesh. So 20 points bludgeoning damage. I need it to give me a DC 27 Fortitude save or remain prone. Yes, I'm playing Bop with a floating skull. It remains prone. We're gonna see if we can continue the hammer action here.
Did you do damage?
Yes, 20 points.
Alright, let me get that. Okay.
And then we scored another hit. We're going to add another 19 points on top of that. Bludgeoning.
It's dead. Finished it off. Very good, Kyle. That it?
And I think that's all I got. Yeah. Move, attack, barking orders. I'm good.
I hope we have some fly spells.
We're gonna need them.
Alright, Althea, with that, you're up. You see your friends, the companions, in the chamber ahead.
She moves in, kind of sneaking between the three of her companions in the center. And she reaches out to cast a spell, but who does she cast it on? She casts Fly on Bugrunder.
For 5 minutes.
Okay. Is this one of those things where I have to spend an action to sustain it?
You have to always do that.
Yeah, you either stay in the same place and spend an action to stay up, or you move, and that is considered your flight.
Okay, so moving can sustain it, so I can go like fly 5 feet up in the air and I'm sustained.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
Up to
All I
you,
need
20 feet, or your speed,
okay.
whichever is greater.
That's all I need to know.
And that's it.
Alright, Cadwin, you're up.
He'll look at Althea and say, I hope you got another one of those.
Yeah.
I certainly do not.
You could toss it to Vigrunder.
Gonna have to.
No, he would have to invest in it though. He's not invested in it. Which really is, I don't know how many actions that is, but that's another thing. You have to look at the description of the thing and see what investment is. It takes an action or something. But yeah, that's a possibility, I think. But anyway, go ahead.
Sorry, looking something up.
For some reason, I thought you also had Fly or Airwalk or something.
I did.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, so I can't get to her. However, I will harass her with a little bit of the needle darts. And after I'll do the attack after the third action, he will hand the fulcrum or the lens off to Grinder. Looks like that'll miss.
All right, so just for my reference, you're handing it to me to take up and smack her with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's read this here. Whoops, I accidentally mystified it. The emerald fulcrum lens. This concave green lens is pitted and flawed. Its jagged edges can cut those who don't handle it with care, Cadwin. While you have the emerald fulcrum lens invested, your flesh appears waxen and pallid. You gain negative healing and harm spells gain a +4 status bonus to the 2 hit points they restore to you. You can also activate the lens in the following ways, blah, 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 blah. Where's the investment?
If it's an item in your item menu.
I see it. You grasp the emerald fulcrum lens in one hand. Regain 30 hit points and gain +2 item bonus to savings throws against magic for 1 round. Is that the investment? No, that's the once per day thing. Healing. Held in one hand. I don't know. But anyway, if you want to toss that to him, he can invest it by holding it in one hand and make use of its actions. And it takes an action to throw it, takes an action to invest it, I believe.
Yeah, I was just looking that up. It takes 1 or more interact actions. You just say when it takes to don the one action, I guess.
We'll do it that way. All right. So anyway, what did you do? You're tossing it to him.
Yeah. Essentially, he's handing it off or tossing it to Grunder, and he casts the needle darts. That's my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still on the ground. He hasn't floated up yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the needle darts was a miss.
That they were.
All right. Let's go to Baleful. You're up.
Okay, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
The moat in the center of the room, is that where the black lens was that we saw on an island?
Yeah.
It's in the center of the room.
All right. I'm going to make my way over there and jump to it.
Well, that's 2 actions to get you there.
Third action,
And-
jump.
and- Yep, I'll use my grasshopper charm if I have to.
All right, so you're there. You're right on top of it. We'll end your turn there.
Okay.
She's up. Touch of idiocy. She's focused on you, Vagrunder. She begins to chant, and these words echo through the chamber once again. Arcane words focused on you.
Is that a touch attack or a ranged?
Well, I'm reading it now. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, these damn will saves. Make a will save for Grunder. You need a 33. 35, you're
Happened to
successful.
35, sir.
Vergrunder begins to babble incoherently. You're stunned. 1. I'll drag it to your token so you don't have to do it. Okay. So you lose an action when your turn comes. Let's see. She's going to cast shield on herself. As a bluing, transparent orb appears around her as she's floating there in the air. And then we're going to go to round 4 to Grunder.
Yeah, well, it looks like I'm going to have to one action swap the Warhammer for the crystal that's being handed to me, I guess.
One action to invest it. It's in your hand. You could swap. You could do that. Now it's invested. Let me drag that to your character sheet.
Okay, yeah, because it looks like all I can do is catch it and invest it, because I'm stunned. But doesn't stun go away at the end of my turn?
It does.
Okay. So yeah, we're setting up for the next turn.
So, yeah, there you go. Crimson. Okay, you're done. Get rid of your stunned. Right click it, and we're going to go to Althea.
Alright, Vigrunder is still in front of me, so I'm going to try to catch him while I can. Althea lays her hand upon his armor, and she'll cast Touch of the Moon. This is that various waves of benefits. So nothing happens the first night, but we'll try to keep track. Don't forget to add the spell effect to your character. And then for her additional act, she's going to cast Shield upon herself. And having done all of the touching, she's gonna back away now. She backs up 15 feet, trying to create some distance. And that's my turn.
Cadwin, you're up.
Not much more I can do from down here other than to harass her a little bit. So we will continue to do so. This time, we will cast Vitality Lash at her. We need to make a DC 26 Fortitude save.
Success. It's a basic save, so half damage. Is it vitality?
Yep. Vitality Lash. So.
Alright, normally she has resistance 10 against spells and all this stuff, this nonsense, except vitality damage. So she's going to take that full 24. Which ignored on her thing here. Where's the button? Damage. Well, she's still not dead. She's already dead. Okay, you done?
I'll move there and that'll be it.
Alright, Baleful, you are up next. What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm going to reach down and pick up the lens.
Alright, it's stuck in the stone. You can go ahead and make a athletics check if you want to try and if you want to. It'll take some time. It's really in the stone. It's like part of the stone.
I will make an athletics check.
Okay, go ahead.
You want to hero point that, Jess?
If I have one, yes. A little better.
You're pulling. It's going to take the rest of your turn to start getting any kind of movement from it. You want to do that?
I'll spend the rest of my actions pulling it out.
Okay, it doesn't come out, but it's starting to move.
I got 2 more actions, so I'll
Okay,
use the 2, I guess.
It's like I said, you're pulling it and pulling it and pulling it for the rest of your 6 seconds, and it doesn't come out, but it's starting to move. Okay?
Okay.
Belcor is next. All right, she's continuing these chanting, and it's echoing through the chamber. She's casting another spell, and you see her arms begin to flap along her sides, and as they flap, they begin to extend even longer and longer and longer. We've seen this effect before. But she doesn't do anything else. We're going to go to the next round. Begrunder, you're up.
All right, now I'm going to fly up 25 feet
All right,
to get in front of her.
So you have, what's your movement rate with one action? Flying? 25?
Fly speed is 20 feet.
20 feet? So you can go to 20 feet and you'd be able to reach her. You want to do that?
Yeah. Like if I can reach her at 20 feet, then yeah.
All right, she's going to try and dispel the flight. As soon as you get within, right next to her, you're 20 feet up, she's going to use her reaction to dispel this nonsense. How dare you, dwarf!
Kyle, what's your land speed?
My land speed right now with encumbered is 10. Why?
Okay, then it is 20 feet. Never mind. I didn't know you were encumbered.
What is your... Who cast that? Althea?
Althea.
Yeah,
What is your spellcasting DC?
28.
Ooh, she got a 29 against the spell. Actually, yeah, so that should nullify the spell. You're going to fall 20 feet, so you'll take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and the spell effect is gone. Counteract the target if it's a counteract rank of 7 or less, which it was. Why is this? Let me make this visible. Yes. What level spell was it? Couldn't have been a 7 or an 8.
4th.
Yeah, it's gone. That was a reaction. So you still have 2 actions left for Grunder. You fall to the ground.
Yeah, can't do a damn thing with them. So, next.
You'll be prone as well.
Well, then in that case, I'll take an action to stand up then. That way I'm not prone.
Okay. Althea, you're up. Your plan's foiled.
Sorry, the measuring tool is not cooperating. So I have to manually count.
Yep. I do
Just
that
gonna
too.
do that. Alright, so 60 feet within view range. I'm gonna 2-action hail Baleful. Giving him 59.
Nice.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
He's sitting there going, here.
Just in case he gets into some trouble all the way out there.
Yeah, you never know. An octopus comes out of it.
And although Fritz isn't here, I'm just gonna cast a simple spell for shield. It's not gonna do a whole lot, but it's just 1 action.
Well, if he lets Sheppy come over, he's got fly spells. And he's got enough to put it on everybody if he had to.
Yeah, because right now we're kind of shoving 7 sheets in the wind.
Yeah, we have to get those shards in her.
Yeah. Well, what's your what's the range on the shard? Do you have to? It has to be touch.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
says
melee.
melee spell attack.
Yeah, it's melee touch.
Can't we improvise throw it? Is there a feat like that?
Put it on a pole arm.
Right?
Throw it at-
You know what? You might be onto something, Jesse.
Yes.
Honestly, doing that just brings me back to the old like D&D where you can be really creative with a solution. Maybe Fritz will
Let us.
comply with
Yep.
our request.
We just have to be descriptive and colorful.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we'll do it. We'll try and.
What are you doing,
Could
Cadwin?
also end horribly wrong, but
We're strategizing.
What are you doing, Cadwin?
Cadwin is going to go and try and help Baleful free that shard. As we're going to need them all eventually. Take 2 actions to get there, and he'll use his last action to kind of help him try to pull it out.
Okay, we'll assume you're up there with him. Baleful, what are you doing?
Gonna free the shard, hopefully,
All right.
with his help.
Pulling and pulling and pulling and stuff?
Yeah. Do I have to make a check?
Uh,
You said it was kind of coming free.
yeah. Go ahead and make 1 athletics check.
$30.
It's a little bit loose. It'll take the rest of your turns if you want to keep on doing it.
He is helping me, so I get a circumstance bonus.
Well, he has to spend a action to do all that. Next turn, he'll be able to do that and help you.
That was my 3rd action, was helping him pull it out.
All right, you make your athletics check then. All right, so he'll get a +2 in this case. Okay, yeah, it's still there. You haven't freed it. 3 actions go by. Your turn is done. Going to Belcora. All right. She's got some long arms. It's going to add 20 feet. She's going to attempt to strike at you for Grunder. From 25 feet up. Ghostly hand. swings down at you. Ooh, almost got a 1. 43.
That's critical.
.48 points of void damage. And I guess there's nothing else to it. This just counts as magical. That's attack number 1.
I got a question about that here in a second, Fritz.
Go for it.
Oh, no, because it involves my turn.
Alright. Second attack, again on for Grunder. 40. It's another crit. She's slapping you with these long arms. It looks nasty. She gets 44 points of void. One action left, and she's gonna spend it on you, Vigrunder. 32.
Hit normal.
Normal hit. .28 points of void. Oof, would you take a whipping there? Okay, we're gonna go to round 6. Vigrunder, you're up.
Alright, since I have the shard in my hand, my question is this. Whenever she attacks me from this distance, can I, like, attack the hand?
You can attack... Well, no, it'd be like... no. She's 25 feet away. If you want, again, be descriptive and stuff, to try and attack her hand while she's attacking you, like as a reaction, maybe that's a thing, but I don't think I'm going to allow you to just attack her hand and do damage to her body.
Well, that kind of answers that then.
Kyle, just as a reminder, your moon symbol on your forehead is a waxing moon, so you get a +1 status bonus to your attack rolls and a +4 bonus to damage rolls.
+4.
Yeah.
So we don't forget.
Yep, I'm on it. Yeah. I mean, outside of that, I got really nothing. I mean, I can't even get up to her. Because my plan was whenever she hit me with her hand that I could kind of shove the shard into her hand as she was kind of going through the motion.
I'd let you do that if it was a reaction or you readied an action to do it and you were descriptive. But to attack her, you can't really do it. She can come down on you and slap you around and hit you, but she's not leaving herself open. She's attacking you. You'd have to be able to attack her. Unless you had a readied action. And I might let you. If you're descriptive.
Well, raise shield, ready in action then.
Alright. So you're going to ready an attack on her hands as they come down upon you again, if she does it?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
All right.
with the shard.
Alright, so just so you know, if you do that and you spend your action to attack her hands, then that'll affect how much damage you do, and it might be a good thing, or it might not. But you'll be attacking and affecting her hands, not her body. In this case, again, it comes down how you describe it, exactly what you're doing. All right. Okay.
Yep, good enough for me.
Althea.
I will 2-action heal Vigrunder. Go ahead, take back 53.
I'm loading again. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I'll do it for you, Kyle. 53?
There we go.
I got it.
And just for the sake of it, she also casts guidance. She can. She knows she's got a heavy task and hopes this aids.
Thank you.
Cadwin, you're next.
Catalan's going to continue to tug on this shard with Baleful to try to get this thing free.
Okay, so you just next to him, helping him pull.
Yep. Grab a hold of it with him. We're pulling on this thing together.
All right. Do you want to do it as a aid, or do you want to actually make a athletics check yourself and try and do it?
Go for it. Try to pull it.
I'll make the roll.
Okay, make an athletics check. Okay. While you're pulling on it, you feel like you got it. It's right there. You feel it come back about an inch. And then all of a sudden it slips from your hand like a magnet. And it pulls itself back into the stone. And I'll give you 2 more actions if you want. Keep on pulling on it.
Yeah, he'll pull on it again. Try to.
All right.
Are there any other slots? Are there other slots on this thing? He's actually going to look at the altar. Are there other slots on this altar?
No. It's just like you described as a slot. It's kind of stuck in there, but it looks like it's actually part of it. But you can see where there's like a slot, so it would come out. And you did have it, but then at the last second, it slips from your grasp and slides right back in like it was a magnet. Which is very odd indeed, I would think. No other slots.
When in doubt, hammer it.
Well,
little good leverage there. You should be able to knock it right out. That would work. Yeah. If you want to do that with your hammer, you can make an attack roll on it. Should be easy to hit.
All right. Well, I mean, if that's what we'll do, I'll look at Baleful and say, "Move your hands, lad."
Go for it.
Final action. Make an attack. That's a success. Roll your damage. See if you shatter the damn thing. Or knock it flying. And your attack just echoes through the building, so you've got everybody's attention, including Althea and perhaps even Vigrunder, as they hear this bang sound, and they see the dwarf up there on the top there without Baleful whacking at it. And as you hit it, it goes... It's like it turns to a 45. It's still in the slot. It hasn't come out. It's just you've knocked it sideways. Slightly. Okay? And you're done. We're going to go to Baleful. What do you do, Baleful?
Right. Are you saying this thing can't be moved? I mean, is this a pointless effort here?
That's up to you to decide.
All right, he's going to smash it with his axe.
You're going to smash it? All right.
Cut it in half, whatever. I don't know. I've spent 2 whole turns trying to get this out of here.
You got a natural 20 crit on an attack. So roll damage. Crit.
$38 by my count.
38 minus hardness? Okay. You see, all of a sudden, the shard hit from the opposite side, perhaps. It just, boom! It comes flying out of the the stone that it was embedded in and goes sailing across the room. Now, on a roll of a 1 on a d6, it's going to go into that pool right here. Otherwise, it's going to land on the opposite side. So let's roll the die. If it comes up 1, it's going to bounce into the pool. 4. So it's going to land right on the edge, right up in here. All right? So I'm pinging.
All the way over there?
Yep. You sent it flying right between the standing stones, right there.
All right, for my next 2 actions, I'm going to move as far as I can to pick it up.
Okay, go for it. I'll let you hop down, no problem.
I'll use my grasshopper charm to jump the pit.
Okay. Put you on the other side. There you go.
All right, that's it. I'm done.
All right, so it's right at your feet. Gonna go to Belcora. She starts laughing. It just echoes through the chamber. All right. She sees what you're doing, Baleful. So,
Of course she does.
Althea, give me a number between 1 and 6.
2.
All right, so all right for Grunder.
Yes, sir.
Hold on, I'm looking for something. 2 actions. She begins to wave her big flappy arms in the air, and her voice begins to echo through the chambers. Once again, arcane words. Give me a will save.
Mm-hmm. 32.
Oof. You need a 33.
I'll hero point it. Why not?
Oof. 21. That's a critical
Nope.
failure.
You get to keep the better of the 2,
you
don't
take
you?
you take the reroll,
Too bad.
which means you are paralyzed for 4 rounds. So, yeah. You might want to keep track of that as well as me in case I forget. But you're paralyzed for 4 rounds. At the end of each of your turns, you can attempt a new will save to reduce the remaining duration by 1 round, or end it entirely with a critical success. All right? So
All right.
the DC was 33, and you're now paralyzed for 4 rounds, and it'll be a will save. So that was that. Let me see. That took 2 actions. She's got 1 left. And this is going to be a strike. $34.
A normal hit.
Normal hit. It's going to be 24 points of void damage. And you hear whispers in your ear. Within your head, actually, you hear whispers of Belcora's voice. Run away while you can, you foolish dwarf. I have you. Well, you can't run away, though, can you? She knows this.
Hey, Arthurian wouldn't run anyway.
By the way, that was a hint. Anyway, moving on to round 7 for Grunder. So, you can make your will save, DC 33. You have no actions. But you can make your will save. I think you want to do it. Need a crit to get rid of it entirely.
$26.
Alright, that's a failure, so you're now down to 3 rounds. Okay, we're gonna go to Althea. And Althea, you look over and you see the dwarf. He's standing up at this point, but he's just frozen in place, and he's got this the amulet in his hand of with the crimson shard, and he's just frozen. You can't figure it out as she comes wailing down hard on him.
I'm going to cast. I've never done one of these before, so Althea is going to experiment. 3 actions to cast Summon Celestial.
Jeez, here we go. Summon.
Yeah, here we go.
She's bringing in the angels for this one. It says I can summon one of under level 5.
Okay. Let's go to the history browser.
It's just like my summon giant. Same thing.
So it is.
I've got the Horned Archon, Lawful Good, although that's, I guess, old. I might not have the updated version of them.
Needs the celestial.
Yeah,
Trait.
they're protectors of heaven.
Any other traits? Level 5.
Level 5. They're medium. They have dark vision, weakness to evil. It's just weakness is evil 5. And they're celestial, which just means they're good aligned. And they can survive basic environmental effects.
Can they fly?
No, but this one comes equipped with a composite longbow.
There you go.
So
It's the best I got.
there is. There is. At level 5, there's only a stone spider.
What do you mean level 5?
Well, you're summoning a creature, right?
But it has to be celestial.
Yeah, but
But
isn't it level
celestial.
5 or less?
Yeah.
Yeah. I only found one that has the
What's it?
celestial. It's the stone spider. You can summon a stone spider, level 5. There's a stone lion, a quora, or a karna, hound archon, horned archon.
The Horned Archon.
Horned
It's
archon.
a creature 4.
Yes, that's what you want?
Yes.
Alright. There he is.
Alright, and actually, hold on. 5, 10, 30. Can you actually put them here? Alright, here.
Okay.
Sorry to be a pain. It can be cast up to 30 feet. So I open the void to welcome this creature, this celestial creature, and that is my turn.
Okay. Let me read the description of this. Horned archons are secretive and tireless sentinels and scouts, but patrolling the outer sphere's untamed wilds for evil to eliminate and keeping small communities safe from demons, devils, and worse. They resemble muscular humans with the head, horns, and legs of a stag. When requested to do so by their patrons, especially Erastil, they journey to the material plane and patrol dangerous frontier areas, secretly performing acts of kindness, such as leading hunters to food, helping lost children, and driving off evil creatures. Because they roam the wilds of Nirvana and Elysium, horned archons are among the best at understanding the perspectives of other celestials. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so we got an idea what it looks like. And they are medium, so they're like a human-sized. Okay, so that's what appears down here. You summoned me? So let's put him in the initiative tracker. Because he's not a minion. But you have to tell him what to do. Which is pretty obvious. Seek and destroy that evil creature, Belcora. He knows what you're talking about. Alright?
Alrighty.
Okay, Cadwin, you're up.
Cadwin is going to move. He's here. And we'll cast protection on Lagrunder.
+1
Thank you, thank you.
bonus to any class and saving throws. Nice.
Okay. Guess you can't take that back.
Does it not? Did you already have something like that on him? I didn't see it.
Yes. His moon is currently full moon, so he gets a +1 status bonus to attack rolls, AC and saves, and a +4 status bonus to damage this round.
That's fine. It just won't help him this round. It'll help him next round.
Well, you have to make sure to sustain, not sustain, alright, well, next round he'll also get it.
Yeah, I don't have to just concentrate, but protection lasts for 1 minute.
Okay.
Alright, Baleful, you're next.
Okay. I'm going to pick up the shard.
Okay.
Now, he's going to fasten it.
Give
to
me a
the
perception
edge.
roll first, as you pick it
Alright.
up. Since you didn't bother to tell me you're looking at it, go ahead and make a perception roll. Okay, you notice there is no sliver in this thing.
Do we have 4 shards or no?
Just the 3.
Yep, just the 3.
And that birdcage thing that we have.
4.
How many slots in them? 4?
What would you like to do? 3 actions.
Well, I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay. That's 1 action.
So there's no way to invest this one, you're saying?
Well, just invest it the same way you do the others. Keep it in your hand. See what happens.
Okay. You tell me if I can do this.
You can do whatever you
What I
want.
want to do is fasten it to the edge of my axe.
Okay.
I'm going to move down and I'm going to throw my axe at her.
Okay. You could do it.
And
Two
what I
more
want to
actions.
do is invest it right before I throw it, and when it hits her, it's going to release the shard, hopefully, if I hit her. You tell me if I could do that.
Well, you're picking it up. I'll count that as investing. You don't have anything else invested or held in your other hand, right? So
Yeah.
you're two-handed
Well, I'm
weapon,
gonna
but
move
I'll let you
closer.
swap in this case to do that. So you got your axe in one hand. You picked up the amulet. Okay, there's one action. Second action is to. You wanted to put it on your axe.
Yeah.
How are you doing that?
Because I'm going to tie it on with a little chain.
Where's the chain?
It's in my bag.
All right. Okay, one action to go into the bag, another action to retrieve a chain. I assume you have one. So
Yep.
that would be it. So the next turn, you'll be able to fasten it to the axe for an action. Okay?
All right. All right.
Next, we're going to Belcora. Oh boy. How far away are you? Dwarf. 10, 15, 20. 20, 25. You're paralyzed. Alright, she's gonna move. And then she's gonna clobber the dwarf. These long arms. Catowin. Oops, let me make this public. 39. That's a crit.
You only need 47.
64 points of void. Should do it again. 38. Crit. Ouch. 42 more points of damage. She swats you left and right, but she's done now. She had to move. So it's gonna go to Vergrunder. Make your will save. DC 33. If you get a crit, you're no longer stunned. Or paralyzed, rather.
Here we go. You know what? I'll hero point that.
Alright, you're paralyzed 2 now.
Yep.
And that's it. Okay, Horned Archon. I'll assume you told it to attack.
Yeah.
What did you
is
want
it
to do?
Is it assumed that it is currently holding its weapon when it is summoned?
I would imagine so. It has a composite longbow.
It
and
does.
And a horn.
And a horn, yeah. I'm going to have it and task it to shoot Belcora with its longbow.
Composite longbow. Deadly D10. Holy, magical, range, increment 100 feet. Reload 0, volley 30 feet. Okay.
And it's just in that good range. It's 35.
Okay, let's see its roll. It needs a 30.
It's
It's a crit.
it's plus 14.
That's a crit.
Oh, okay. Must have gotten a 20 then. All right.
Did roll a natural 20. 21 points of... how many... What's included in this 21?
It gets the deadly D10.
Which it rolled a 1. Or a 2. No, a 2. Why does it say 1?
So its damage. Its damage is going to be 1d8 plus 4 plus 1d6 good and a d10.
You can see this in the chat, right? You can see what I rolled?
I can see the result. So it says 8 spirit, which kind of doesn't make sense because it was 1d6 good, so there's no way it could be an 8. Unless, well, I could have outdated info, but...
Yeah, because Spirit kind of took over good damage.
Yeah, but I don't know if they changed the die size. Unless it's including the... Well, it wouldn't include the deadly D10. So...
It got a total of 21. Its dice rolls were pathetic. It got a 2 on the D8, plus the modifier of plus 4. That'd be 6. This is doubled, by the way, except the D10 deadly, which was a 1.
Oof.
And its spirit roll damage was a D6. It got a 4, which would be doubled. That's it.
How is it 21 then?
13 plus 8. 26. 30, 40, 56, 20, no, it's
Rolled
21.
really crappy on damage.
Yeah, it got a 13 plus 8. So it's a 21
Okay.
total. It was just a horrible roll. And that was
It
critical.
doesn't get. That's critical. Okay.
But,
It's not double.
yes. More importantly, I've got to look at the immunities and all that other nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, piercing, of course. There's immunity to that. There's one vitality, non-magical. It's 20. Double resistance versus non-magical. This is magical. And spirit. Spirit. Not immune to it. Alright, so, yeah, it pulls back the bow. And it shoots through the air and sings, almost melodically cutting through the air. As it pierces her, through the chest even, she kind of pulls back like she's reeling in pain from the penetration of this arrow. And it definitely had an effect on her. Definitely had an effect.
Does the Celestial get 3 actions?
Yes.
Alright, I would like it to attack again. Unless she's dead.
She's not dead.
Okay. I'm like, I looked at the icon and I'm like, wait a minute.
That's just the first health bar.
Yeah.
Cutting through the air like lightning, it pulls another one of these glowing arrows and shoots through the air. Unfortunately, the arrow completely misses, shooting straight. Look, came off a little bit too quick with that shot. Yeah, he looks a little embarrassed, in fact. He's going to try it again. Horrible shot.
I'm like a 10? Dang, that means that was a 1.
Yeah. Remember, this guy's level 4. You know, he's a wimp. You can beat him up, Althea. Come on, he's a pushover.
Well, I want his final action to actually be move.
Move? All right, we'll take that back.
Yeah.
Just so you know, the way I handled summoned creatures, you summon them, give it an order, and then I basically run the creature. So if you want him to move, I'll let you move. Where do you want him to go?
Right here.
Because remember, they're not minions.
Correct, yeah. Alright, and that is the end.
All right, we're going to go to Althea. Come on, you guys, you got this. One more sliver, come on.
I know, I might as well, I'm just gonna throw this into the wind. They have to make a fortitude save.
Belcora?
Mm-hmm.
Divine Wrath. You channel the fury of divine against your foes. 4 to 10 spirit damage to enemies in the area depending on their fortitude save. Okay, let's make her fortitude DC 28. Let's see what she gets. Power of Desna. Ooh, she almost got a 20. She got a 2. Total of 19. Failure.
Alright. Then let's roll damage. They'll take full damage and they're sickened 1. If that is even something that they can do. So that's 19 spirit damage.
Alright, she's immune to the sickened. But she will take damage. Okay.
Man, 19 out of a possible 50? That is a terrible roll.
Oh, yeah, like we've been rolling crappy all frickin' night.
Yeah, so, that, after she casts the spell, she kind of leads it into another one, casting shield upon herself.
Okay, Kedwin, you're
Just
up.
for safe measure.
Alright, Shadowman's gonna pop a 3-round heal spell. Gonna catch himself. Falcora and the Grundle. And the Archon, but they're pretty.
Can't hear you.
This will catch basically Valcora, Vigrunder, the Archon, and myself.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. Baleful. So, one action you fasten with your chain. You got it on there. The 2 actions. What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm going to make a full action move, close as possible, towards Balcora.
That's 1.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get closer.
You got 1 action
ahead.
left.
Full action. Right there. That's good.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
Next round for Grunder. Make your will save. DC 33. 35. Got it. What does that reduce it by 1? Crit is it's all got, yeah, it reduces it by 1. So
Yeah, I believe so.
You're at 0 at this stage. I think you had 2 minus 1 is 1, and then the end of your
Nope.
turn would take away 1, so you'd be at 0. I think that's how it works. Let me look at it again. Go ahead, Rachel.
Makes sense that it would be an additional.
What was that, Rachel?
Nothing.
I can't find it. So you're good, Vergrinder, for the next turn.
Alrighty.
All right, then we go to the Horned Archon. What's your intention? Just tell me your intention with this creature.
In general, I just want them to peck at Belcora, but stay within range because they have Retributive Strike. So if an enemy damages a monster's ally and both are within 15 feet, I guess it has to technically fly downwards. The ally gains resistance to all damage against the triggering, equal to 2 plus the monster's level, so 6. And if the foe's within reach, the monster makes a melee strike. and it can make this with the composite longbow.
Okay, I read that. So,
Yeah.
Juicy.
what do you want to do?
Just have it move one more, and then have it touch. Do touch of charity, which is they touch another creature to take on that creature's wounds, transferring up to 30 of the creature's HP to the touched creature, so to the ally. It can't transfer more than it has. So I figured since its hit points are at 65, we'll do 30.
I should definitely let you run this completely because you know
I know.
what is it called? Touch of what?
First touch of charity. It's a single action thing.
Put it in the chat. Think.
So Vugrander will heal up to 30, and the creature will go down 30 hit points.
Oh, now that's fancy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We should have been packing Celestials from the get
Mm-hmm.
go, guys.
Well, this one's not cheap to summon, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right, so it moved, did the touch thing, which is an action, touch of charity, and then one more action.
We'll shoot at Belcora, but with a -2, due to the volley. So it'll be a +12 instead.
$27 total. I think that includes the -2. I put it in there.
Okay.
Which is a miss. Alright, he's done. Let's go to Althea.
I will.
So many
Let me
things.
just. Yeah, tell me what. Alright, just seeing who's caught into this. I'm going to, and I hope you all appreciate this, I'm going to 3-action heal everybody in this room, unfortunately, except for Catwin. So that's healing my Celestial, and I have the thing. Well, let's see what this is doing first of all. Heal 3-action. Roll damage / healing. They'll have to roll their basic fortitude. Alright, so everybody gets back 21. Including my Celestial.
And Belcora takes 21.
Yes, but they have to make a fortitude save.
Gotcha.
Again, the healing spell is not the piece de resistance to this. It's Belcora.
Alright. You done?
No, did Belcora save?
Yes.
Were they successful?
Mm-hmm.
Were they critically successful?
Yes.
Okay. Then never mind. So they didn't take any damage?
Well, maybe they did.
If they did, it does matter.
What happens?
They are knocked prone. I'll just put in the chat. The sheer force of my faith can bring a foe crashing down. If the next action you use is to cast harm heal. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me see if that's a healing thing. Oh, it is. I looked at it in my feats. Alright, I may have fudged. Never mind. We'll keep this for later.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay, Cadwin, you're up.
We are going to.
Dad.
Failure. Okay. Damaged and failed. What is the failure for? Is it a base? It's basic. Never mind. Okay, took a little bit of damage. Now, as you guys are wailing away on Belcora, she's becoming more and more transparent, but except where I've said otherwise, she doesn't seem to acknowledge these attacks. But she is getting more translucent, we'll say. Harder to see. She's like she's fading. But she's not like reeling in pain. Again, except where I described that arrow strike from the celestial being. Other than that, that's what's happening. Cadwin, you're done?
That would be it.
Okay, we're going to go to Baleful. Now, she's 25 feet up Baleful, so you've got the axe. It's in one hand. Change your grip for two, or you could throw the damn thing at her. It's actually a ranged attack. So maybe you can jump up at her and hit her with the axe.
Okay.
I assume
I'll
that's
do
what
that.
you want to do. Okay, one action to change your grip. And then you got 2 actions left. You want to jump and hit her? Okay, you could do that. Make your attack roll.
Is this a spell attack roll?
Yes.
Because I'm using. Okay.
You're going to have plus 18, I think. Or no, wait a minute. You're using that thing you pulled out of the rock. Just make a
Yep.
normal attack.
Okay.
Melee attack. You leap into the air with your little cricket-like
Can I make that?
reflexes.
Can I make it a power attack since
No.
I have 2 actions?
No.
All right.
You only have 1 action.
All right.
Oh,
Kyle.
Hey, don't look at me. That's your role, Bubby. Quit sharing dice with me.
right. You
That's
fail. The axe just cuts through her, but nothingness. It's like there was no contact made at all. All right, so we're going to go to Belcora. She's next. All right, 1 to 3, she's going to be distracted by you, Baleful. No, 1 to 4, she's going to be distracted. I'll give you that. 5, she's not distracted. She's intent on who she was striking before, which was Cadwin. Cadwin, you're going to take the brunt of this. Where is she? Okay, you're going to take a series of attacks. 27, is that hit?
Yep, just hit.
Alright, damage. This is going to be void. 28 points of void damage from her clammy long arms. She's going to strike at you again. This one's a 37.
Crit.
It's going to be a solid 52 points of void. On the third.
That drops me.
You did not.
27.
I'll use my reaction.
Uh-oh.
I only got one of these guys. Let me roll the healing.
Thank you.
Okay, Vigrinder, you're up.
All right, question. These arms that are going there, I assume they're kind of trailing down, or are they ethereal too?
No, understand,
Ew.
she is not within reach. She's 25 feet away. You can't attack her arms unless, like I said, you save an action where you describe to me, as soon as her arm strikes me with a hit, I lash down with my lens and I try and catch her hand. That might involve a different roll.
That's
Okay.
not what I'm hinting at. I'm asking if I can use her arm to pull her down to the ground.
No. Nope. She's not got little dangly arms.
Althea just shouts, "Wait, I have a plan! Hold your action!" Delay.
I mean, at this point, I'm pretty freaking useless, so might as well delay.
Alright. Let's make you invisible, the tracker. You tell me when you want to come in. Alright. Horned Archon. Again, I'll let you do this. You're pretty much doing what you said before, right?
Yeah. We're just gonna have, this time, shoot 3 times, so that'll be a -2 on all of them. So, 12, 7, 5.
Alright, let me see here. -2? Yeah, okay, it worked. Right, let me roll. So this should have the -2 built in. 38, that's a hit. Let's roll again. $17. That's a hit. Let's roll again. 32. Okay, that's 3 hits. No crits. But
Alright, so that's just the 1d8 plus 4 piercing and 1d6 good. And just
I'm
do
rolling
that
Belcora. Damn it.
3 times.
Yep. -2, that's a hit. Add that damage. Next attack. Actually, a 21 was a miss. What am I doing here? Why is it rolling Belcora?
I don't know. There's so many dice rolled. I don't know.
Yeah, like I counted
What?
9 in rapid succession.
Yeah, I'm lost. Because you rolled... I don't know what the first 3 were for, but, yeah, you rolled the 38, 37, 32, and I don't know what the numbers are, so...
Alright, first attack was a miss. Second attack. Horrible. Final attack. Terrible.
Alright. Now that that's out of the way, just as long as this guy kind of stays in here,
15
kind of in
feet
range.
away.
I'm going to do what I wanted to do last round. I am going to first cast down. My next action will be... dang.
Come on, Althea, you got this.
No, I don't. I'm too far. Because it's 25 feet up in the air, but I'm 30 feet of... far.
What's the range on it? Cast down?
No, cast down is fine.
Heal.
It's
Heal.
it's the heal that's 30 feet. And the distance isn't increased with heightened. I literally have to be right beneath it for this to work. but there's no other way we're gonna get past this. So please, everybody, protect me. Alright, so instead of doing the cast down, just trying to close that. Althea runs up, and by now, how many rounds are we in?
10. That's a minute.
Alright. Last 2 actions, just cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay, Sanctuary's on you. Cadwin, you're up.
It'll have to wait. Also, Kyle, don't forget to come back in.
Yeah.
Cadwin is up next.
Yeah, not a whole lot I can actually do to her, so we're going to hit her with that Vitality Lash again.
Or your damage. 22.
Damage is 22.
Okay, it's 11. There's one more action left for you.
He will actually, yeah. He'll do a 1 round heal on himself. And that'll be it. That's it. All done.
Okay, Baleful, you're up.
You want to go, Kyle, or I'll go?
You go, and then I'll go after.
Okay. All right, I'm going to continue to spell melee attack it with the shard.
The empty shard. Okay, jump, action, attack. And you got 1 action left. You can do a power attack.
All right, I will.
Okay, jump, power attack. You hit.
32.
It's a hit.
All right, so the shard goes off with the damage, I guess.
Well, just roll damage.
Okay.
You don't know if this is even magical.
Be 33.
Okay, 33 points. And you land back on the ground. Grunder, you're up next.
Okay, the shard didn't work
No, it's just
because I hit.
You did your damage. That's it. That's all I'll say.
All right.
Grunder, you're jumping
Yeah.
in?
Yeah, I'll jump in.
Okay, what do you
I'll
do?
kind of move another 5 foot. And kind of following Althea's lead, I'll kind of raise my shield and get ready. That way if she does come at me, at least I'm ready.
All right. All right. Belcora. This is it. This is it. Okay, give me a number from 1 to 6. Althea.
Oh man, don't make me beat the villain. 1.
Ooh, so close. But its gaze does not fall upon you, Althea. You're lucky. This is going to go towards Baleful and for Grunder in this case. If you didn't step forward, it probably would have continued attacking the other dwarf, but So there is some distraction involved here. Give me a number from 1 to 6. Kyle.
I'll go 4.
Okay. Baleful. You are going to take some damage, I hope.
Whoops. Sorry,
You can
Kev.
take it. Share the love.
Yep, I could take it. Bring it on. Famous last words.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I need you to make a basic will save as its gaze falls upon you, Baleful. You make a basic will save. Basic. Ooh,
Nat 20.
There you go.
nat 20. Right, so you're not going to take any damage from this gaze attack, nor are you going to become or have any other effects. So there you go. That was 2 actions lost by Belcora. Now this roll is critical. If it comes up a 1, it means something huge. It comes up a 6. All right. And that's our last action. We're going to go to the next round. She's still flying. Horned Archon is going to let fly some arrows. It's no longer 30 feet. Is it 30 feet? Measure that.
Oh boy, I don't know. It's 35.
35, okay. So it's going to be 3 attacks. Let's make sure I'm clicking on the right one. Is arrows. Once again, sing through the air. 25, nope.
Actually, hold on.
All right.
There's one spell. I don't know if I don't know the parameters.
Charm, Animal Messenger, Dimension Door.
Can you dimension door with somebody?
Usually not.
Okay.
Let's read it. This is...
Oh yeah, no. It says if you have another creature with you, even if you're carrying it in an extra dimensional container, the spell is lost.
All right.
Dang.
Dancing Lights. Charm. True Strike.
Alright, just shoot her out of the sky.
All right, she's got one more shot. Last roll was pathetic. Ooh, that's a good one. 33. That's going to be a hit. Roll some damage. All right, 23. Void. No, that's Belcora. These are all Belcora attacks again.
I was like,
What
33 doesn't make sense as a third attack because it's only a plus 14.
Right.
Oh, shoot. You know what we also haven't been doing is that the Celestial also has an aura, so if an enemy makes a strike on an ally, something happens. Man, I'm just really not feeling spellcasting today.
Retributive Strike.
No, Menacing Guardian. It's an aura of 30 feet. Enemies that start their turn in the area or enter it must attempt it's a super easy will save for Belcora, I'm sure. Otherwise, it take a status penalty to roll, spell rolls, damage rolls, blah blah blah, etc.
I'll give her a penalty.
And they
something
can't-
she fails.
Yeah, if it's a critical failure, they can't use hostile actions against any other target while in the area for 24 hours or until they damage the Celestial.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad. I've been forgetting the positive attunement you put on me too.
Yeah. Well, don't worry about that because that's a sustained spell, and by round 2, I did a 3 action, and I was like, shoot, I totally forgot I need to sustain that. Man, today is just not my day.
You're up next, Althea. It made 2 saves, by the way. I'll assume it was within range of two rounds, but yeah, it passed. She passed them both against the
Yeah.
Archon. So you're up.
Really, I'm running out of choices here. This little stream, will it require a leap action?
No.
Okay, so it's just normal ankle deep stream here.
Yep, about 6 inches.
Knee deep to Althea.
Yeah.
Yeah, knee deep to me. Of all of the people in the party, Althea runs in after Velcora. I won't let you get away. There's too much at stake. I currently have Sanctuary still on me, because that's not sustained. And I don't think I can take cover on anything around here. Alright. I guess I'll just be forfeiting an action because there's not much else I can do. She rushes in, fully expecting her Desna to protect her. She puts shield on. She casts shield, and that is my turn.
Cadwin, you're next.
Yeah, options are kind of limited. We'll move. Go there, and we'll do.
So, does anyone have fly or anything that will reach her?
Nothing. We have nothing.
Nope.
I am
Getting her vitality
trying
level.
my hardest. I have a way to get her down, but I just can't.
Is there any other
No.
way you can see that you can get
Sheppy
to her?
has fly. Sheppy can make everybody fly if he was here.
Do you want to bring Sheppy in? He's in shadow mode. You can bring him in.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can use her fortitude save.
Sheppy's at the top with 35. So, the next round, Sheppy can go.
Yep, he's ready.
I'll let you bring him in.
All right, I'm done.
Fortitude save.
Yeah, looks like. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to Baleful.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up. Do Balcora. And I'm going to jump and hit her with a normal attack.
Normal? Okay. Who has the last shard?
Kyle.
Yeah,
I do.
You should have it at this point, Baleful. But anyway, go
It's
ahead.
okay. Sheppy's coming.
1.
Got one, just.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
Alright. I'm done.
Everybody gets a hero point, by the way. You can use yours right now if you want to, Baleful. Everybody gets a hero point.
Okay, I will hero point that.
I should have gave one out before. Okay, go ahead and make another roll.
There we go.
41.
41.
That's a crit.
Alright, your axe cuts through her. She's a
Is
little
it critical?
She's a little faded. That would be crit. Yeah.
Oh,
Her AC is 30.
Yeah, but for some reason it won't let me target her. I guess because it shows dead.
Probably. Let's go to Vergrinder.
It'll be 26 slashing. Yeah,
in other
I'm
words.
just gonna sticking with the plan.
Alright, hold your turn. I'll cast fly on you.
Yeah, but what good does that help? Can't
Oh,
use
you're
it
right.
because I'm at
Yeah.
the end of the turn.
Yeah,
Yep.
let him at least catch up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
And then, yeah, we're gonna raise my shield and we'll wait for other ones here.
Alright, Baleful. Baleful. What is Baleful's greatest fear?
Baleful is afraid of water.
Water begins to envelop you. You see this black,
And
shadowy
pounding.
mist. It's quivering, it's moving like water, and it's climbing up your legs and your chest, about to suffocate you. Make a will save. DC's 33. That's a failure.
Is this a fear?
It's
Because
frightened.
I have bravery. I have bravery.
Alright, so what does that do? Take away your frightened?
Reduces if I want.
Alright, total of frightened 1. You would have taken frightened 2 in this case. Plus you take 8d6 mental damage. Yeah, there's no button for that. Let me total this. 8d6, where are you? Whoops. It's the wrong one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total of 37 points of mental damage on you.
My brain.
The water, it's everywhere. It consumes me. So you're frightened 1. That'll go away at the end of your next turn. And she is got 1 more. She's gonna come down hard on top of you, Baleful, with these long arms. It's almost been a minute. That's gonna go away. And she gets 29. That's gonna be a hit against you. Yes. Damage normal. Here it comes. 29 points of void. Okay, she's done. Comes back to Sheppy. Okay, Sheppy, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm going to cast Fly on Burgunder.
Okay, that's 2 actions.
Got it.
Got 1 more.
I'll move up along the wall to. Yep, that's
Alright,
good.
she's
And one
done.
more.
It's the Horned Archon. What do you want him to do? Want him to move? It's 15 feet. You can help Althea. You want to shoot?
Belcourt is like high up in the air, right?
Yep, 25 feet.
Yeah, that's fine. Have him shoot.
Oh, that's Belcora again. I keep closing his... I forget to open his sheet and I'm hitting Belcora. That's what it is. Alright, attacks. Moved once, gets 2 attacks. Here's the first one. 1.
That's alright. Just have him sit there and look pretty.
These rolls are
Yeah,
terrible.
that guy was kind of...
I'm ready for my turn.
Yeah, like
Actually-
that guy wasn't really worth
No.
summoning at this point.
No. Okay, so
He's only level 4.
he moves in. That was just 1 action, correct? The distance, speed.
Mm-hmm.
He attacks for his 2nd action. 3rd action. Oh, did you already roll it?
Yeah,
You
but
did.
I'll do something
Down.
else if you want.
Okay. Have him heal Cadwin 30 hit points. That brings him down to 26, because I've been tracking that. Because he healed up 21 earlier
What is this, a spell?
from my 3-action heal spell. This is... where is it? Touch of Charity. This was the single action healing touch. So the Celestial's taken on some of Cadwin's wounds. And Cadwin heals 30. And the Celestial takes 30 damage. So he's done that twice, but he also gained 21 hit points earlier. So that should put him at 26.
26. I have him at 35. You should have 26 hit points.
After this, he
26 hit points total.
yes,
Right.
because in between there was a heal from me.
All right, so he's done.
He is done.
Althea, you're
All right,
next.
and I'm going to cross my fingers. Finally, Althea squints her eyes, focusing on Belcora. She's going to try to cast her down. So here's my single action cast down. And then there's a 2-action heal coming up. Targeted on Belcora. So I guess
There you go.
heal versus undead. They make a basic fortitude save.
Oof. Failure.
Hallelujah.
So that means she's down, right?
So she takes 21 damage, and the sheer force of my faith knocks her prone. I don't know if Belcora is susceptible to fall damage, but there would be fall damage if she is. And it wasn't a critical failure, so we ignore the last sentence of cast down.
Okay.
So she is knocked prone, and she's on the ground.
You bring her down. She reels and grabs at the air as her arms begin to come back to her body in normal size at this point. And she's grabbing at the air, and as she's falling, she reaches and grabs the side of this rock here, one of the like stone area.
Wait, we can climb up those? Dang it.
Well, let me finish. And as she's coming down, she's just cutting into the stone with claws that shouldn't be there. She is transparent after all. But you can see it kind of slows her fall. But by the time she gets there, she is unbalanced enough to be considered prone at this stage. So you have her. These standing
Alright,
stones go all the way up to the ceiling.
Oh, okay. As my bonus action, Althea is just like, get her while she's down!
Kick her, Althea, kick her.
That's not mine.
Free action, I kick my foot and cause some dust to head her way.
Catawin, are you done?
I worked so hard for that. I am done.
Okay, Catawin, you're up. God, Kyle, look at all the conditions you have on you. Your token is almost
I know.
surrounded.
It's almost all the way down the screen.
Yeah, it's half of his token.
It literally is.
Cast guidance on himself.
Alternatively, we can all cast delay to make it Kyle's turn again, so we can just get that shard bit over with.
Yeah.
He's going to cast
Not
guidance
manipulating
on
the system right.
Kyle.
Oh, good stuff. Thank you.
Guidance goes on Baleful. And while she's down, he'll take a whack at her.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a hit. Damage. Get ready, Velafor. You're next.
All right, I'm gonna delay.
Okay, Delan. Alright, the Grunder, you're up.
You know what I'm doing? I got sword in hand. I'm moving in, and I'm going to attempt to, what would we call this, inject?
Hitting her with it.
Yeah. So I need to roll a d20 plus 20.
Plus 18.
Well, on the crimson one, it says plus 20.
Does it?
Yeah.
Who's got the plus
Don't
18?
forget your moon. Your
Yeah, like
moonbeam.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But on the emerald, it says make a melee spell attack roll with modifier of plus 20.
Alright, plus 20. Who has the plus 18 one, by the way?
I think I did.
Kyle, is there a status bonus in there at all?
No, it just says D20 plus 20. But I'm going to make it 21 and use guidance.
Okay, I was going to say you also get a status bonus. So I think guidance is circumstance.
All right, wait a minute. Back up.
Because you have the moon.
Yep, because I have the moon.
Emerald, fulcrum. Okay, so I think the crimson had plus 18.
Yeah, and that's the one that I hit her with already.
All right. So yeah, plus 20. So D20 plus 20. Try and hit a.
Oh wait,
30.
guidance is status. Don't worry.
Yep. So 1d20 plus 21 for guidance, and looky frickin' there, man.
That's a
Hot
crit.
damn.
That's a crit. All right.
Hallelujah.
Let's
all
calm
three
down.
short.
Let's all calm down. As Vagrunder rushes forward and slams this lens into Belcora, she screams in pain and terror. The scream is so loud it fills the chamber. You almost have to hold your ears, Valafor. There is a rumble. The floor begins to shake. Everybody make a reflex save right now, including Sheppy. The ground begins to shake and shift. Almost as quick as that, there's a crack in the floor in front of Sheppy, right where you're standing. It cuts through the
Here,
stone.
way back.
Ah, darn.
Sorry, I got like 3 characters I gotta roll for here. Give me a minute.
Okay. Take your time.
Alright, it really pains me to say, but I already stayed way too late and I'm running late for my thing. Bye. Good luck. Really, good
Take
luck.
care,
Good luck,
Rachel.
fam.
Wish I could. I so wish I could stay.
Don't worry, we'll tell you what
Bye.
happens.
Alright, so that's 29 for Arthurian, 25 for Valafor, and 33 for Sheppy. Woo!
All right. That's good rolls. Good rolls. Okay. Okay. I was trying to hurry up for Rachel, but so close. There's a crack that opens up in front of Sheppy. It just cuts through the stone. And as it does so, you see Belcora's face look stunned. And she stares towards this crack, and you all kind of take pause for a second as this shaking begins to stop and this crack appears. And you see a black mist begin to come up through this crack in the stone. And suddenly, it starts to move towards Valafor and Althea. You quickly move out of the way, and then you see Belcora frozen in terror. Let me read this. A terrible blackish gray mist seeps into the room. It stinks of fetid bog and leaves, a layer of cloying, slimy water upon everything it passes. The mist twists in shape and form, with 7-fingered tentacles appearing and disappearing within this fog. It begins to reach towards your cluster of bodies, and here is where Althea and Valafor is stumbling out of the way, and this is where it starts to move towards Belcora. Belcora sees it and shrieks, "No! I deserve your power, not your attention! My death is full of rage and strength. It's not empty." Despite her protestations, Belcora's form is grabbed and pulled and torn apart into pieces. You see her begin to fade from existence completely as these tentacles rip and tear at her very essence, her very being. And then the mist begins to dissipate. Belcora's form and shape is no more. And the mist begins to slowly fade. And you're all staring in shock and awe at what has just transpired.
That's for Maria, you bitch.
Congratulations, you have defeated Belcora.
Yay!
If only Rachel
We
was there
did.
just one more minute. That's
So I
it.
take it that was Nimble grabbing her and sucking her back down.
Yeah, essentially, that was it.
That was well done, everybody. Well done. Like, I know that we're all melee based, but that was damn good out of all of us.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling good about that one.
So,
No, not at all.
So, number one, that shard that was in the stone was not going to help you. It was totally useless. It did nothing.
Yeah, I kind of got that feeling.
Yeah, you wasted a lot of actions on that. Now, here's the thing. All the damage that you were doing to her would defeat her, but here's what the result would have been. I'm being honest with you. It would not have killed her. She would have come back, and it would have prolonged this whole freaking thing. And you'd have to come back, and you know the slivers would return back to the lenses over time. They do actually come back, and you have to do the whole thing over again. So what I did is I let her absorb your attacks to the point where, geez, if you don't do this shard thing, she is just going to fade away, and she's only going to return. So I don't want it to keep on doing that. I want to bring this to a close. So I gave you every chance in the world to figure out how to get to her or bring her down. You did fairly well, especially Althea. She brought her down properly, and that's where you were able to finish her off. So you did it. You definitely did it. The only other thing I'll say is that you played pretty smart in this one. If you go back in time and remember, you remember those skulls in that chamber, and they were saying to you, bring those globes in here and smash them on the floor? I think I told you this before.
Yep.
But
Yep.
if you had complied and done that, the skulls would have disappeared from that area and reappeared here with Belcora, and you'd have to fight them. Right from the beginning, you'd have to fight them. So that's why they weren't there. Now you'll notice tonight there was 2 additional skulls that were here. These skulls here were from the Whispering Tyrant, or whatever her name was. Not the Whispering Tyrant, whatever she was. Lady Whisperer. They were her little bodyguards that come down here with her and then disappeared when you defeated her. That's what they were. So you had to fight through them legit, and you did. And yeah, so you defeated her legit. It was actually a hell of a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Honestly. Well done.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, well done on everybody. I mean, we were kind of lackluster there at the beginning with, melee versus flying targets, but we kind of figured it out pretty decent.
Yep. We did everything we possibly could have.
I'll read this final part for you. Conclusion. With Belcora destroyed. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, we're not done. All right, Belcora's defeated. She's done. I forgot one thing. Okay. This is important. I'm going to put Sheppy in shadow mode. I'm going to put Althea in shadow mode. As this happens, once again the ground begins to shake. Only this time it's much more violent. These stones that reach up to the ceiling begin to shake, and it looks as if they're going to fall, but it's worse than that. Above you, you hear extremely loud explosions, especially where you're standing right now. Something is caving in. All right? So, as this happens, using the current initiative, I want you guys to tell me what you are doing. We're going to start with... Well, Sheppy's gone. We're going to start with Catawin. Give me a second. Let me get rid of these people that aren't here. You have to tell me what you're going to do. We got We've got Cadwin, Baleful, Vugrunder, and that's it. Starting at round 12. Vugrunder, what do you do as the ceiling is starting to fall to the floor?
Yeah, I'm tossing the lens, what's left of it, which will make me unencumbered, and I'm gonna run for the door, kind of shouting for everybody, "Come on, we got to go! We got to get out of here! This place is coming down!"
All right, so go ahead, Cadwin. If you're moving.
All right. Well, Cadwin, understanding that this water has to go somewhere, knows it spills out into another way, so he's gonna make a run for it. He's following the Grunder. We got to get out of here. This thing's coming down.
Yeah, go ahead and move. 3 actions. Vugrunder, you're not moving yet. You're still up here. We're in rounds.
Isn't there a door like straight ahead?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
1 action to open it, and then 2 actions to move.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
Baleful,
it.
you're up.
All right, I'm gonna run for that closest door and open it.
I think it's already open.
All right, I'm gonna run straight through it. Get as far away from this room as I can.
Poor Vugrunder, he's only moving 10 feet around.
Actually, he has a fly spell on him.
Yeah.
He can fly away.
Yeah, exactly. And I got a flash spell 20 feet, so.
Okay.
Well, that's 2 moves, Jess. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah, I think we gotta get to the teleporter.
All right. Well, there's 3. And
Okay,
you're done, baby.
You're up, Vugrunder.
Oh yeah, kind of going to do the same thing I kind of said before. I'm dropping the lens, which will make me unencumbered, and I'm bailing it. So there's 2, 3. And I'm done.
Cadwin. Suppose Sheppy could just make a little fire and he's gone.
Yeah, he was out of there.
Dimension door would be helpful.
Yep, I don't think I could take that one. That's an arcane.
Done.
Baleful.
I'm making my way to the teleporter.
Teleport. You mean the steps?
Yeah, I'm just getting out of here. Straight up.
Yeah, well, that's back the way we came, ain't it?
Yep.
That's 1, 2, 3. You're done.
Okay.
Okay, Vugrunder.
Likewise, I'm hauling the mail.
Come on, Burgunder. Get those
1,
little knees going.
2,
High knees.
3. Hey, like I got to get the final hit on Belcor. Like I'm on cloud 9, boys. This bitch has cost me so many characters. I'm on cloud 9 right now.
You hear the explosions overhead getting closer and closer. Alright, Cadwin. Head for the what you think is the safest or quickest escape route. See, the level above this is what? What is this level? Oh, the shrine. Lady Whisperer.
Right there.
Okay, all right, you guys hold for a second. Let me calculate. If you just run from here and get up to the steps, that's going to be another round. Okay, so 12, 13, 14. 2 rounds have gone by. So at 3 rounds, 18 seconds will have passed, and you will have made the level above. This is where you're going, right? You're going up those steps up to the shrine where you first met the Lady Whisperer in her throne?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's going to take another round to get back out of that shrine. All right? So it's 4 rounds have gone by. Now, where do you want to go once you get outside the shrine, those big double doors? To the left where there's tunnels and the creatures and the giant rat and the Darklands. To the right was the dragon, muddy chambers, and a long way around to get up to the next level.
Go to the right.
You're going the long way.
No, we got to go the short way.
Yeah,
the-
but we don't need to go to the Darklands, do we?
As the levels above are collapsing down upon you, which way do you go?
We got to go the short way.
Yeah,
Or
then we
we're
got to
gonna
go to the Darklands then.
It's the Darklands. Good. In that case, that'll be another 5, 6, 7. You would easily get down those tunnels now. Let me think. Cadwin, did you come with those guys that were from the Darklands?
That was Rue.
That was Rue. Valfor, no. Vagrunder, no. Who's here that... Ah, I know what happens. When you get to the top, it's there that you meet Cypher. And she immediately greets you with, "We need to get out of here fast. The levels above are caving in. Follow me." And she leads you to the left towards the Darkland tunnels.
All right, let's go.
And an alternate way to get up and out of here, actually. I believe I described Cypher actually found a way back through those tunnels to Otari and back down here. So she does lead you up and out in just enough time. So what basically happened is there was 9 rounds that were going to go by. And as each round goes by, a level above falls in and collapses. Everything around the Gauntlet Tower, well, the tower itself is falling in. So if you were in the footprint of that tower, you would get crushed and destroyed and killed. But it's not only that, it's the entire levels are collapsing along with it. So by the time you get outside from the Darklands, up outside and not far from Otari, in the daylight, you see that what has happened is the entire Gauntlet itself, the whole area of it, has just collapsed into a crater going into this ground. Like there's nothing left. Probably new tunnels and stuff, and maybe you can explore it in the future, but yeah, that's basically what happened. You guys survived that. So there you go. That's the proper end to it all. I wanted to make sure we did that. You survived. So there you go. That's it. Congratulations.
Fantastic.
After 4 years, we finally conquered the Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, after 4 years of losing characters and claustrophobic hallways,
Oh,
we
boy.
finally clapped them cheeks, boys.
With Belcora destroyed, Otari and Absalom are safe from her spiteful schemes. The heroes receive a warm welcome back in Otari, and everyone wants to hear their tales over a friendly fire, good food, and more than a few drinks. The companions are told, retold, and embellished upon for generations. Gauntlet is no more, and only the pit in the fog fen marks the spot it once stood. The dangers lurking there might one day regain their strength and menace the surface, but those are tales for other heroes. And that's the conclusion. Dun, 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 dun. There you go, folks. So, yeah, so with that, we'll conclude it. The Abomination Vault is over. So what I'd like to hear now And I'm exhausted from running this AP. I'm sorry I couldn't have been more dramatic with the whole thing. I am so worn out from running this mega dungeon, which I absolutely hate mega dungeons. With that, Cadwin, you've played many games before. You didn't come in from the beginning of this one. Judging from your experience here playing with us and playing this particular storyline, this adventure path as it's called, what are your thoughts in general about it? I mean, the game itself, the adventure, some of the encounters. What's the vibe you get from playing this crazy thing?
Well, as you said, I'm an old school gamer. I came up on D&D 3.5, 3.0, second edition, the whole deal, red box, the whole good stuff. Pathfinder to me has always been the little brother who's trying to be like the big brother. It's always been that way to me, especially when 3.5 came out. And 3.5 D&D, you can think it, you can make it. A lot of things are similar. A lot of things. Only differences were name changes. Maybe how a few things worked here or there, but I was very familiar with the system. It was a good thing to come back to after being out of the loop, out of the game for over a decade. What I liked the most, was regardless of whether I was playing Cadwin or if I was playing Rue, it was the synergy of the group. It was we quickly learned our place, we learned our roles, and we learned to work together tactically to overcome the challenges we came across, whether it be an enemy, a puzzle, or a trap. We all did our parts, we all pulled our weight, and it made it enjoyable. It wasn't of course, there are a few slog fests here or there where it just kind of drug out. Wasn't quite as enjoyable as others, but overall, we all knew what we had to do, and I enjoyed myself. I feel lucky. I'm glad that I was brought back into this. It was a good deal. I enjoyed it a lot.
Awesome. I'm glad you did, man. And it was good having you here with us, to be honest with you. Too many close calls without the beloved cleric. How about you?
Like I said, Cadwin's always ready to drop the hammer and bring the heels whenever it was needed.
Yeah, I love clerics. They're a must. How about you, Kyle? What was it for you for the last 4 years? I know you got a lot of takeaways. What do you think about the rules, the game, the overall adventure, how it played, the stories? There's so much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, the fighters lead the way. I mean, I've made and lost so many characters that I enjoyed playing. I mean, system-wise, I love it. Pathfinders are really good at making people become a team and kind of like Ted said, become a team and become a team quickly. So it was kind of that kind of thing, or at least how I always felt. Everybody kind of trust me to be the fighter, like to be that guy. Like, I don't think anybody ever came to me and was like, hey, Kyle, like, you should maybe do it like this or like that. It was kind of that, especially back when it was me and Chapt and Althea and those characters, I was the only fighter, and everybody kind of trusted me to hold it down. And it's that we quickly fell into teamwork, and then we jived with each other and loved the system. But after 3.5 years of going from corridor to door to fight, it's, I mean, like, I like the AP. I was satisfied with the conclusion. I just kind of wish there was a bit more open world stuff to do instead of all in the Gauntlet itself.
Oh, I agree.
Like, if there was, like small pieces where you were outside of the Gauntlet, I think that would have been a lot more enjoyable. But I think the AP itself, I mean, it really is a trial by fire. This is a very combat heavy AP. You're gonna get into it, and then that kind of saying, and Jess actually said it to me right after Jess first came in and started playing with it. He's like, "There's no better time to see how we synergize than in combat," and I've won some combats that I've been extremely proud of. I've also lost combats that I shouldn't have lost. It's just the dice are with us or they're not. So I mean, I'm pleased with it. I'm happy with the conclusion. Good system, had an absolute blast. You know, this system, you know, not to be all melodramatic and this and that, but this system and this group in particular saved me when I was in a pretty damn dark place. And Fritz and Jess, y'all know that story. So yeah, I couldn't be any happier to stick it out, and you know, well, I missed the characters that I lost, but I'm excited that the one character that I didn't necessarily like when I made him, I fell in love with, and he you know, he got the final hit on Belcora that put an end to this.
Yep, and it was Althea as well.
Yep.
You two in particular were really the big players, and everybody worked together great, and you all contributed. But it's funny how the last few moves were Althea doing what she did, critical stuff, and then you with the finishing blow. How appropriate, because you were the two longest in this campaign, followed by Jesse and then Cadwin. Yeah, that was good how it all worked out.
We couldn't have scripted that any better. We really couldn't have.
How about you, Jesse? Thoughts on the system, the AP, the Pathfinder? What do you think?
Well, you know what? I have no problems with this system. I really enjoy the hero aspect and how you can create whatever you want. Like, you can make your fighter, you can make your cleric, you can make them how you want them. It's very dynamic that way. And this group has been loyal from the beginning. And that is something you don't see too often. To have a solid group that just sticks together and just goes through this whole system. I'll tell you guys, I would go into the fires and flames with any of you, because you all are loyal. And like you said, with the synergy, it was just great. We clicked. It was perfect.
Yeah. And I think we all did pretty well, like as far as attendance goes. Like I think I only missed 2 or 3 sessions. Jess, you missed a few. I think Caitlin only missed a few. The rest of the time we were in here grinding in the halls, man.
Yep. The time sink required for these games is huge. We spent hundreds of hours.
Yeah. Just strategizing. I mean, like, how many days just did me and you sit behind the scenes, just talking about stuff, like just talking about, okay, well, what can fighters do? What can this do? What can that do? What does this class do? And how can I bring it? Like, you were so terrified that Sheppy wasn't gonna fit in. I remember that. Sheppy wasn't, you know, like you were saying, oh, I don't know if a sorcerer is going to fit in with this new fighter you're bringing in, and those are the interactions between those two, Sheppy and Arthurian. That, yeah, I played some really intense characters to roleplay, but those two are the funnest for me because of how me and you interact with each other. You know, like we're always joking and cutting up, and it's like we just kind of transfer that to characters without really even talking to each other about it, and it just kind of happened naturally.
Yep, we learned what works together, and we just ran with it. Worked perfectly.
And then, you know, Ted, to his credit, you know, Ted came in pretty much in the middle, didn't know any of us from Adam, didn't know how I played, didn't know how you played, didn't know how Rachel played or anybody else that played, and just adapted to it. So those are some really awesome role play moments that I got with with Ted too. Just like just non-scripted, off-the-wall types of things. Really,
Yep.
really enjoyable stuff there. Because that to me means that we're invested whenever we're just flying and making this stuff up as we go.
Yeah, one of the things that happened, like, I have to hand it to Ted there, because when we first saw Belcora, first thing we said was, "We're getting out of here." But he stayed behind, and he figured out something, and he was fighting, and was like, "All right, if he's staying, I'm staying with him. I'm not going to leave him here."
Yep.
That was great.
Whenever I charged in, because like I thought. Like I was like, all right, well, like we're committed now. So that's kind of why I just kind of charged in and got her attention. It's like, well, we're committed now and we're doing it, so let's do it.
We're in it. Yeah, it was great.
Well, I gotta admit, at that point, Catwoman was like, "We worked this hard to get to this point. Why are we running away now? Here, let's do this. Let's get it done."
And as hard as you fought, Caitlin, just imagine like years before that of Arthurian slugging it. What he, like that's kind of why I kind of role played him different, because he's like, finally, after all these, finally, I get to come to Belcor after all the friends I've lost, after all the hardships and blood that I've shed. I finally get to slap Belcora in the face. I'm enjoying this. Let's get in there, laddies.
The memories and stories that we've accumulated. I mean, we could sit here for hours just talking about, like, when we curb stomped the Ghoul Queen, or when we fought that giant zombie beast in the gladiatorial combat area,
or the first time we ever found out pineapple, to the get off my ass encounter, to the like there's so many.
Dane getting sucked into the closet and locked inside. I mean, so much.
Yeah, and just what I'm most proud of is the quality of role players that we have, because all of those moments that we've been talking about, talking to the audience now, but all those moments that we've been just talking about, not a one of them were scripted. Not once just did I go to you and be like, "Hey, is it okay if I role play this about Sheppy?" We just freaking did it.
We just went off the cuff.
And same with Althea. Like she became such a pivotal, crucial part of this. And like maybe it's just me being a fighter, but I kind of always looked at it as I'm expendable, they're not. And it kind of made me kind of play better to keep these creatures off you a little bit, so it helped elevate my game a bit.
Yep, we kept the damage off the pivotal characters that will get us through this, because without them, all we are is just sponges.
Well, I mean, like I was talking about whenever you were on Sheppy and really bringing the pain then.
Yep.
Like I was the only fighter, and like y'all just kind of trusted me with that. Like nobody was like, "Hey, you better make sure that we're covered." It was just, "Hey, do your thing," and that just like that freed me up to be like, "All right, now how can I do crowd control here? What do I need to do crowd control here?"
It was fun.
And I gotta kind of say,
that's great.
I gotta cut in real quick and say, we were talking about a little bit, and one of the greatest things I gotta say about this whole thing that we do, whether we do it every weekend, every other weekend, and this is to anybody who listens, whether it's us or the audience right now. I'm one of the probably older gamers on this in this group, and I've had people who always ask, "Aren't you too old to be doing that stuff? Aren't you too old to be playing that game still?" And I'm like, no. The reason I do this is what we were just talking about. It's building the relationships, meeting the friends, making the friends, meeting the people that we meet doing this, and the stories that we create together. Those are the things that I enjoy, that excites me. That I'm here doing this for the first time online, but my boys are here weekend after weekend watching me do this, and they're seeing this and they're learning this stuff as well. So it not only keeps my memories of life, what I was growing up, what I've come up through in the old games and stuff. But it passes it on to them, and they see this, and they're interested in things not quite like this yet, but similar things, and it helps keep that imagination going instead of it being stale like a lot of it is. I see a lot of people who they have no creativity, they have no imagination. They just take the spoon-fed stuff that comes out of the woodworks and they run with it instead of being creative and coming up with these stories themselves. And if I can pass that on, if we can keep that going, that makes all this worth it. That makes all this even better. And it's what keeps me going with it.
Yeah. And fun times with good friends and good family. You know, like it's kind of like I've told everybody here, like I consider each and every one of you family, each and every one of you, because playing this game for this long, this hard, we've all formed a bond here, and to me it is no different than family.
Yep, very true.
So a couple little facts here. In time scale, it took about 6 weeks in game time. 6 weeks went by from the very beginning to the conclusion. So 6 weeks of time in spring, Farast through Gosrin. That's how much time actually passed for the companions to do what they did. Something else interesting is Sheppy. Everybody's died. But Sheppy, Althea, the dwarf, Arthurian, and Baleful are the only ones who did not die permanently. I know Rachel would say, "Oh, well, I don't consider Althea having survived that one time, She did survive. Sheppy saved her, but she did actually survive. I mean, it's remarkable to me because, Jesse, I remember the first time you came into the game, you were just this wet around the ears warrior boy venturing by yourself. We had a one-shot or something by ourselves where you were exploring the upper levels, encountering a few things. And then when you came into the group, it was like you charged forward around the corner through the muddy first level of the gauntlet. And they didn't know who you were, and there was bows drawn and ready to fight you. And but that was a long time ago. And you've been there ever since with Baleful. And then Sheppy never died, long term.
Very close.
And I think that's it. Every other players had characters die. Even Ted, he lost the tiger guy, which was a great character. And those are some of the facts that I found out just looking at it now. Kyle, I think you hold the record for the number of deaths outside of, I think you hold the record. So you're...
It's a fighter's job to stand there and hold its own. Yes.
You like that role. But that's to be expected. Except Baleful. Who actually did it without dying once. But you, Jesse, you weren't in all the fights. You weren't in all the sessions, and you did have Sheppy to bounce between. I don't know. But I think it was great. I think overall this was a great experience with not a sandbox, but an adventure path. I will say one thing about it. Pathfinder is renowned for its detailed combats. The most complex part of this game is the combats. It's the encounters. It's the initiative and all the abilities. That's where the spells and the skills and the feats all come into play, and you get this tactical role-playing experience. That's where the game is most complex, intentionally. And people love that. A lot of people love that. You guys here love it. It's the most time-consuming, and it's the most taxing to run. Now, what makes this adventure path particularly draining is the fact that it's a mega dungeon, and it's focused on what? combat. One after the other after that. Not entirely. There's a lot of interactions, a lot of diplomacy going on in the Underdark here. But it comes down to combat. And what's the most taxing part of this game? Combat. So that's one reason it took a toll on me as a GM. Playing every week for 3 to 4 hours, every session. It became very difficult at times to just, oh my gosh, they're going down here. I'm not totally prepared for this new monster yet again. And it was very challenging for me to sit there and play fairly these monsters and give the monsters a chance. Anyway, 'cause it's easy to just throw them at you and don't use even a fraction of their abilities. And you wipe the floor with them. I think I did okay. But after 4 years of it, yeah, it's time for a break from just Pathfinder in general because it is so taxing. Kyle's absolutely right. This campaign, this adventure path, would have been better served with a little bit more outside stuff, more role play interaction, more exploration outside. It would have been more fun, I think. It's a mega dungeon. It's going to be underground. And if you remember, this was before you, Ted. To me personally, the funnest times I've had playing this AP was when we were outside and we were doing our own thing. I mean, I had to make up stuff to put in here. I mean, the whole ambush in the woods at the house with the boars and the ghouls. Remember that?
Yep.
That was all me. The whole ambush against the snake dude and their cult. And after they broke in Althea's house and you ambushed them and jumped out of the tree, that little skirmish, that was all me. I planned to insert the snake folk into this whole AP. And a lot of those early sessions, I was doing just that. And it's one of the reasons this took so long. Because I was adding all these extra elements. You know, getting a little sandboxy, which was great. But it was definitely making it last a heck of a lot longer than I think I wanted to do. That's why we saw less of that, and it was more focused on the dungeon. But after saying all that, I still think this was fantastic. It was a great experience. It was fun. It had an end that we could reach and finish, unlike a sandbox that goes on forever until you finally agree we're done. This actually had a nice culminating end. And like any good story, you got to have a fantastic epic ending. That's what makes it so memorable, the ending. And yeah, I could have been more dramatic with the ending, but yeah, I'm wore out. But I love all you guys for playing in this with me for all this time. Jesse, fantastic. It got you back in the hobby. I look forward to you being here every 2 weeks. Ted, he adds an aspect to the game that I really appreciate because he's coming from old school mindset like me. And I really appreciate that. It shows in the gameplay. He gets creative and he's really going to town with them in an old school fashion. I really appreciate that. Kyle, you have been there pretty much from the beginning. And I love your stubbornness of playing your character the way you do. It gets kind of silly sometimes, so you're staying. Oh, he was just the brother of your new character, really. It feels like that sometimes, but I appreciate that. You stick to your guns. You are what you are. You're enjoying yourself, and it's great having you in every session. Makes the experience more immersive for everybody because they know you and your character. You get to play every week. It's like they're getting to know these characters. And
Exactly.
it's like they're real to us, and they are in our minds. They're fantastically real. And I can't say enough about Rachel. She comes into the game with her sense of humor and lightheartedness and her quirks that she always puts in her characters, like Cypher and Althea being scared or breaking out into a joke routine and doing a little step slide shuffle, to entertain. You know what I'm talking about.
Her stand-up.
Yeah, her stand-up. She adds a balance to the group dynamic that I really, really appreciate a lot. And we've had many players in the past who joined and were with us as well. and added to the story, and most of which I appreciate. Some I'm glad are gone. But, we won't name names. We've had our experiences here.
The one who will not be named.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But all in all, it was a great experience. I'm grateful for you guys playing. I hope that the next campaign is going to be just as wonderful and immersive. We're going to play a whole bunch of new games coming up, including Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, which will be every 2 weeks or thereabouts. And some other games we're going to play because it's just so fun to stretch out and try out some of these other genres. And just say we did them at the very least and enjoy those. So I won't go any further with you guys. I know you've probably got more to say, like favorite moments and stuff. But we'll go around the table one more time. If you have anything else to say about the campaign, the way we played, the players, whatever, we'll do that. And Jesse, if you got anything else to say, we'll start with you. Go ahead and do that before we wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many open doors that if we ever did want to return to Pathfinder,
We will.
Because Sheppy has, I created so much background for him. There's open quests that could center around Sheppy's village and things that he did, and like I really would like to play with Sheppy more. Maybe we can someday. But yeah, great job, guys. It was a lot of fun, a lot of great memories that I will have forever. And I appreciate it. And Fritz, you did a fantastic job.
I
You
appreciate
did.
that, Jesse.
You're welcome.
But we will come back to playing Pathfinder. I'm not. We're going to give it a break. I am. Maybe Kyle's going to run something or whoever. But I need a break from this mentally. But we will come back. We'll look at some options and see if we want to do another AP. We want to continue with Sheppy's story, do our own thing, do a sandbox. We'll see what happens with that. So what do you think, Kyle?
Oh, as far as moments, oh my Lord, have mercy. There's so many moments. I mean, I played since episode 5. I mean, there's so many moments that are memorable. I mean, curb stomping the Ghoul Queen, just so many moments. Spartan kicking one of those bouncing things into one of those pits.
Favorite.
Yeah, that's got to be up there. But I think my favorite is going to be what happened tonight. I got the final hit on Belcora.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely a favorite for me. Because I didn't, like I'm kind of the exact opposite of Jess with Sheppy. I built Arthurian not to survive this. Because it's a like I'm playing a fighter and it's pretty damn combat heavy AP, and these creatures hit hard and really intense. So I didn't think Arthurian would have survived as long as he did. So now I got to kind of go back in and write a whole bunch of stuff for him. I mean, it's kind of one of those things now. I get the chance to kind of like Sheppy write backstory for Arthurian, write proper backstory and details and quests and But yeah, that's my favorite moment tonight. Got the final coup de grace on Belcora. That's got to be my favorite.
How about you, Ted? Your final thoughts?
No, like I say, I'm just glad I was able to be a part of it to support you guys, finish this off. You guys put a lot of time and energy into this, and glad I was able to do my part to help out.
Yep, glad to have you. All right, folks, we're going to call it there. And yeah, that'll be a proper closing of this AP. It was wonderful. It was awesome. Good experience. And the best thing about it is I got all this recorded. Even episode 1, which none of you guys were in. 1, 2, and 3, in fact. So there's a lot that happened in there. And we got it recorded. We could go and watch it years from now, which is really cool, and reminisce about those events that we think about so fondly in our memories. Yeah, that'll be great. And I don't think I need to add any more. I think this is a good, proper closing of the covers of this little epic story. We'll just see what's next. So, folks, we're going to end it there. We're going to see you guys a few weeks. We're still getting to learn some of these new games, and we feel a little more comfortable. We're going to start recording them and telling some new tales. Unless something comes up that we know that we want to play. Yeah, it might take a few weeks, but stay tuned for that, folks. Hope you enjoyed. You guys hang in there. You know why. It's only going to get better. I'm going to talk to you soon. So for me and all these knuckleheads here with me, we'll see you next time. So take care, folks.